How's it going, you sexy beasts? Welcome back to the basics, where we grasp our roots and learn basic concepts of the game in order to become a certified badass. Tips covered in this series range from pure starting tips to more advanced tactics. Today's episode will be covering the concept of situational awareness and how to begin understanding the necessity of being fully aware of your surroundings. These include finding an out, identifying weapon sounds, footsteps, as well as reading the minimap. So let's go ahead and start off with this minimap. This little piece of the user interface is the number one place you should keep an eye on. The second is probably your crosshairs. If you have ever played a real-time strategy game, then you'll understand the sheer importance of this little square beauty. This piece can reveal vital information to you, such as enemy locations on the map, vehicles coming toward you, where your allies are, and where the line of engagement lies. Now, if you may or may not know, when you fire a weapon without a suppressor, you'll be revealed on the minimap to any enemies nearby. This only lasts a few seconds, and all the enemy can see is a tiny dot where you fired your weapon. The same applies to your opponents. When they fire their weapon, they'll be revealed on your minimap. While in the middle of an intense firefight, keep tabs on the minimap to see where enemies are positioning themselves when you advance. If you're having trouble finding enemies on the minimap while in a big fight, I recommend rebinding your zoom in and out keys for your minimap. I've got mine bound to my scroll wheel so I can zoom in and out of the minimap with ease to help me navigate tight areas or to pinpoint my enemies while fighting at short range. By default, the minimap zoom in and out keys are bound to the opening and closing bracket keys, respectively. Also, if the minimap is a little too small for your liking, press H by default and the minimap will expand itself, revealing more of the battlefield. In order to fully make use of the minimap for both yourself and your allies, you'll need to spot targets as much as possible. What spotting? Well, when you target an enemy and press the Q key by default, your character will call out your target's position, which places a triangle above the target's head, as well as places an enemy marker on the minimap visible to both you and any nearby allies. Essentially, this key is going to be your buddy for the entire time you play Planetside 2. If you're playing an infiltrator sniper, then the Q key to spot is essentially going to pick out targets from the terrain. If you're scanning a base to see if it's safe to advance, do a quick pan of the area with your crosshairs while spamming that Q button. If you don't see any triangles pop up, or your character doesn't call anything out, then chances are pretty good that there's no enemy staring at you. If you're finding yourself getting flanked plenty of times, and you think it's due to the fact that you show up on the mini-map while you're firing, then there is a solution to your problems. If you attach a suppressor to your weapon's barrel slot for 100 certification points, you will not appear on the mini-map when firing your weapon. Keep in mind though that if you are spotted, you will still appear on the opponent's mini-map for the spot duration, but you will not continue to reveal yourself if you are still opening fire. Next on our list for situational awareness is finding an out. What I mean by this, if a big ass max or tank rolls around a corner and you're fully exposed, you'll know where you can run to a safe location. If you've played any other first person shooter, you'll know how much of an advantage it is to know the maps that you're playing. For Planetside 2, it's not as linearly simple to understand the map since it's frickin' massive in this game, but keeping the mental image of your surroundings is a big plus. Imagine you're attacking a biolab and you just opened fire and eliminated an opponent, and in doing so, alerted the enemy to your presence. Instead of running headfirst into a firefight, your best bet would be to find cover around you or further back in order to make your hunters become the hunted. The same could be said about engaging tanks or other heavily armored vehicles. If you're playing a heavy assault and an enemy main battle tank rolls up right next to you, you can easily outmaneuver it considering your location. Learn where boxes are placed or tiny alleyways are constructed to help gain the advantage over enemies who are simply going after dots on the minimap instead of thinking tactfully. Last bit for our situational awareness is audio. Learning the sounds of guns in this game can really help out when you're in a big firefight and that's all you are hearing. The new Conglomerate have a beefy electromagnetic sound with their Gauss weaponry, which offers a very distinct sound. Their infiltrator cloak produces a sound that, I would call, turning a futuristic power generator on or off. The Terran Republic's weapons have a high-pitched conventional firearms sound when fired, which is lacking in the base department. Their infiltrator cloaks produce a very generic video game night vision sound when toggled on or off. The Vanu Sovereignty's weapons are the most distinct, as they fire freaking laser beams and are very easy to discern between the other two factions. Their infiltrator's cloak sound, for lack of a better descriptor, sounds like an underwater fart. Learning all of these sounds, even boiling the weapon class down, such as the sniper rifle, carbine, light machine gun, etc., is a skill that you will progressively learn over time. If you want to be absolutely certain of each weapon's sound, then I strongly suggest hopping into the virtual reality training arena to test out each weapon for yourself. So there you have it, you sexy beasts. Back to basics for situational awareness. I know, situational awareness isn't something that can be taught, only learned. Hopefully this video will help urge newer players to look for the signs of how a situation is shifting in order for them to better learn the battlefield. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed this video and maybe learned a thing or two. If you did, please give it a big ass thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs it down and let me know what I can improve upon. Want to see more videos like this? Then go ahead and subscribe. It's free.